What is going on, squad? Duscles here, reporting with another one. Today, we'll be doing basically modifications. Now, I am planning on making this video as short as possible. I fail at that every time. If you guys have been watching, I try to cut out as much as I can, and it still fell. So we are going to attempt it. What we're going to do to try to speed along these, I designed a couple bases here. We have the 15 length, so this is 15 by 15. This is going to be 20 by 20, and then we have the 25 by 25. A couple things failed. I do want to bring this to your attention. The 25 build over here, there's a problem, and I'm just going to bring it up right off the bat. Any sort of modifications that we make to the 25 by 25, the limit is going to be this right here. You'll probably be able to put hatches at the top here on the bars, but that is pushing it. So obviously the further you go out, you can make 30 by 30, but you will be standing on probably 2 blocks. So once again, keep that in mind. That is one disadvantage of the 25 by 25. Now we are going to put them all to the test today. We are going to start with the first modification. Now the SledgeHammers are a modification to the base, so we will be adding that into it as well. But we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because we have already seen what the SledgeHammers do. The first modification is actually going to be from Shane McInnery. If I said your name correct, awesome. If I didn't, we're going to skip that. But I want to thank you for the modification idea. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to try a jump block idea, see how much it slows them down, how much damage it will cause to the base, and seeing if this would be an improvement to the ramp design. And we'll be jumping to each base, testing out the fall damage and the modifications of each ramp. Stand by, squad. We'll be right back. Alright, squad, we're back. We're about to test out all 3 ideas. Now we will be going into God mode to switch between those Horde bases. Now to give you a heads up right before we continue, this is insane difficulty, nightmare mode zombies, and along with that we are using 64 zombies for the blood moon count. So I am expecting a little bit of damage here, but I do want to see which one helps us out the most. We're going to hurry up and get out of here real quick. We're going to go into God mode, and we're going to watch some damage here. All right, come on over, window lickers. Come on down. You guys are so freaking dumb. I like the jump block. The only thing I am going to complain about is the sides being hit. Just a little bit more than normal. That's the only takeaways. Tom Clark. Tom Clark. 71. Okay, that was 40. Okay, Thug. 91. He took 50 damage. I need to know just fall damage. Lumberjack, 544. So he literally only took 7 damage. They are jumping further with this one. Like, there are more. Maybe it's 50-50, because that's what looks like it's coming out. Or they're just getting pooped out of the back here. We're just doing one more check. Janitor, 16. 9. 7. See what they do here. Again, let's make sure they make the jumps. You have a few that's running to the back of the bus. Absolutely fine. They can lick those windows all they want. And they're taking out trees as they come. He is at 103. And we have the Thug behind him at 191. And the janitor, 44. $65. 24, so he took 20 damage, and 90. He was at 91, so he took 20 damage too. Okay, that's not bad. All right, so right around 20 or so. Feral. Okay, 96, 96, 96, 96. 19? Can't be. He went from 96 to 19. Okay, 102 for janitor. 74. See, that seems a little bit more credible. Right around 28, 30. We're going to do one more test here, guys. I'm going to try to find one more. Okay, 75, 75, 75. Okay, he's dead. So, whenever they're jumping this far, I'm assuming that they take a lot of hit points. 80. Because he was at 75, the other guy took 80. Okay, janitor, 108, 74. 108, 74. Okay, 44, 60. So I'm assuming he's the 108. Okay. So I mean that seems pretty reasonable. So if they're dropping from here, guys, you're getting a probably under 10. Over here, you're getting over 10, and then the 25 you are getting around 30. So pretty fair, right? Alright guys, we're back. We're just going to take a look at the damages here. They got pretty rowdy with the sides. Nothing horrible. Nothing at all remotely horrible. Now let's take a look at the top. Vault hatches took a little bit of damage with that being just a flat surface because a lot more cops ended up staying at the top, spitting, and then they would fall off. Let's take a look at the 20 footer here. Ooh. So the closer we get to the front, is that what happened over here at all? No. It seems like maybe the longer they are with the block jump, maybe the more confused they get. But at the same time, it looks like they are making a better improvement later on the 25. Okay, let's take a look at the top here. Any blocks? Blocks are getting hit, going up. Ooh, this front blocks. If these go down, guys, that's not good because they're not going to have a way to get up here, and they're just going to end up breaking the structure from below you. And we don't want that during Horde Night. This did a lot better damage-wise. Once again, it could also have been for how long I was at those locations for. So we're not going to go too far off of the damage done to the very front. The back was definitely struck a little bit on this one. We have some damage to the side here. So, the first modification, jump blocks. I do want to say thank you, Shane, for the idea. I hope this helps, or at least hope this is something that you wanted to test out. Maybe would rather see me do it. Not sure. But I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely a nice shout out for Shane. Thank you, Shane. You're awesome. So stand by. All right, squad, we're back with a quick second modification. So we're going to hurry up and do a very quick demonstration of how the sledgehammers work on the jump blocks. And then from there, we'll move forward as quick as possible. Be right back. All right, guys, we're at Horde night. We're doing first base first, 15 by 15 jump blocks. We'll see how the sledgehammers work. Now, it looks like the sledgehammers are doing nothing. Going past it again. Gotta try one more time, guys. Get off. Teen, redeem yourself. I said redeem yourself. Right. I've had enough of that. See how well this works? Here's one cool thing, guys. For some reason, this base does this to the cops. I'm not sure what that's about. Good. For some reason, it might have been just because of the placement. I'm not sure. These sledgehammers are definitely a little bit glitchy. But the sledgehammers, that's not good. Downside. I was literally going to say this works perfectly with the sledgehammers. It's not good for the demos. Second one. The cops, as always, solid. It happened again for no reason. These bugs can't keep happening, devs. This is very frustrating. We're actually going to try out Jesse's modification, which he actually put electric fences on here. I'm assuming he only put it at the very top. He did not send me any photos, so I'm not sure exactly where he put them. But if we do put them in the back, they are poles, they are blocks, so if the zombies end up walking off, they will get stuck. So we will not be putting any electric fences in the back because I can see that being a flaw right off the bat. We will try to put a couple electric fences off to the side, maybe to slow them down a little bit more, and then maybe right at the top to give them additional damages right before they squad. We're back on day 7,000. We are at the same settings as always. Now we did add the electric fences here, so we're going to see how well they do. What happened to that guy? Alright, that's all I needed to see. Will I be able to repair? I can't reach him. So that is a bummer. So the only other thing we're going to do here, guys, I was going to do a blade trap, but the thing is the same thing with the blade traps are anything along this wall, you have the possibility of the zombies landing on it and doing damage. So yes, they will be taking damage while standing on it, but we don't want them to cause any additional damage that they need to up here. So we're going to skip the blade traps. The other possibility is we can put a pit down here where you throw grenades, and I actually do have a video on that. What I am going to describe about the pit, as there is one other modification other than the blade traps, which I am going to skip. If you do want to see a video on the blade traps being implemented, or if you want to try it out yourself, please let me know in the comments. One way or the other, completely cool with it. I am more than happy to make videos for you guys. So last modification of what we're going to do here is we are going to end up making a pit. Now, I already made a pit for that base. That was my first attempt over there. And that's why you probably see a little bit of the ground messed up over there. I'm just going to save everyone the hassle, the problem, and the frustration. The pit does not work on the length 25 ramp. Now, I see the pit working for this, but also, guys, I'm going to show the integrity of this base is the equivalent to a brown paper bag filled with semen. We're still going to test it out because I really wanted to try pit hole underneath the ramp. In case you guys want to live by the seat of your pants, wouldn't recommend doing this base. The further you go down in the ground, the less structural integrity you have. So, I'll be right back with Horde Night. Alright, squad. We're back. Day 7,000. I don't know if I'm going to survive. I don't know who's going to want to try this. I think we're definitely going to cause damage to our own base. We're going to step over here. Let's just see how well the underneath is going here. I mean, they're running back out. Some of them still, like Stevie over here, still wants to beat his meat off the wall, which, I mean, that's fine. It's weird. Why would you want to do that? The majority of them are running back to defense. I don't care if they beat on the structure of this a whole lot. Just want to make sure I'm not causing damage to it as well. So let's get back up top where we're still somehow alive. And just throw a couple grenades down there. Alright guys. Wait. What's that? Okay, obviously these are fine. They are so fun that I will burn myself. It was definitely, felt like it was on a roller coaster. You know, like when we were about to fall off a great height. Doves. Devs, my crosshairs are not on my. Why do I keep throwing the Molotov cocktails at my? Get fixed. You guys, you need to worry about the game. Stop worrying about all the cosmetics. So many things need to be fixed in this game. Oh my god. Okay, I digress from the Molotov cocktails. We all know that they suck. It's not really that important. I mean, even with this being damaged, because I told you what the integrity was, guys. I almost was certain that regardless, even a tap, a slight tickle, a little tinkle of pee would have knocked over the side for some reason. So I wasn't really too surprised with this happening. So it is what it is. I don't recommend doing. Actually, we could probably do this demo pit. We could probably do this demo pit just a little bit, probably like 15 to 20 blocks. 15 to 20 blocks would probably give us just that enough for the 3-block station. Along with that, being able to put the bars over our heads and the walls. To be safe, I would definitely probably end up just doing the 15 because you're gonna get an additional, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4 down? I mean, if they break these blocks, it's not really a big deal. This wasn't my favorite idea, but I mean, I thought about this whenever I was doing the initial base build, and it's always fun to have a pit where you can throw grenades and so forth down. You don't even have to throw grenades or anything down, because I'm pretty sure I caused a lot of this damage with myself. How'd you guys get under here? Are you telling me that you guys fell through? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me right now? Dubs. How does this happen?
Well, because technically you're using tips, and the zombies can slide their way between tips of the. They can just slide their way on through, and
Shut up. Because guess what? I don't care if there's a piece of sand that can fit through these little holes here. A zombie should not be able to fit through these holes. I'm getting tired of being so frustrated over the game mechanics. From the hit marker, to the freaking Molotov cocktails burning off my pubic hairs, to the zombies somehow getting underground. This is why I can't use my other design currently, because for some reason they get underneath multiple blocks. And the same thing is whenever you're playing in a POI. Sometimes zombies just get stuck underneath the blocks and they just keep nut tapping you. I don't like it. It's annoying. I want to play the game and I want to make sure that these guys should not be able to go invisible into God mode like I am currently doing. They're physical. This is physical. Everything's physical in this world. Get the game right. Focus on the game. I digress. Alright, squad. So we're back. And we are doing a couple different things here. Now, I actually started recording, and this is why there's bags over here. I wasn't recording. I forgot to record. So we're restarting again. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the original base first. The original is actually going to be base 1, which is 15 in length and height. We're going to see how well no modifications do against 64 zombies on Insane and Nightmare. Alright squad, let's wrap this sausage up like it's prom night. We'll be grading all of these mods based off a couple factors. 1, as if it's an AFK Horde night. 2, that there's 64 zombies. What we're basically trying to do is prepare for a test that we're going to basically put this base through as many Horde Nights as possible without repairing it. So let's go over every modification, grade it, go over the pros and cons, and then at the end, we'll make that decision. So first, we're going to go over the jump block modification to the ramp base, recommended by Shane. And we're going to start with the 15 and move our way up to the 25. So starting with 15, a lot of the zombies went straight for the side of the ramp. It was a nice speed and a nice amount of the zombies coming up. Back of the ramp took very little damage, and overall, actually the 15 took less damage than the 20 and the 25. Now the 20, it seems to be a good size, but there's a lot of damage at the front of the ramp. Now the 25, most of the damage was to the rear of the base. It might be that way because it's longer, and they might be attacking these different areas depending on the length of the base. Overall, it seems pretty consistent. My favorite length out of the three would probably be the 15. Now there's only a few cons. One, the cubs. Because it's a flat surface, they do a little bit more damage to the hatches, and overall, if we die, the base fails. So that's one. The only other thing is maybe because they're blocks, it confuses the zombies' AI and pathing, which causes a lot more zombies to go straight for the side of the base instead of going up the base at the very beginning. Overall, I'm going to give the modification to the base a B+. Very close to the nip for an A, but we do want as little damage as possible during the Horde Night because we are planning on making this an AFK base. We want the loop effect more than anything during this testing. If you're planning on using this in a playthrough, this will be more than you'll need. All you have to do is repair a little bit every Horde Night. Next, we'll be moving on to the SledgeHammers. Just like previously, we're going to work from 15 down to 25. 15 didn't work. We tried it 3 different times. The first time, nothing happened. The second time, we tried it after we experimented with the other 2 bases, and then we picked it back up and put it back down, and that still didn't reset. Whatever you guys want to call it. The 15, don't know if it's a fluke, don't know if it was a flaw, don't know if it's just Alpha 20, didn't work. 20 actually worked better than the ramp. It was able to stop a lot of zombies right at that block where they would look up and that great old big sledgehammer in the sky would just pound their face, their eyeballs, their nuts, their face, whatever was in the pathway. It basically brought down the whole fist of justice. But the sledgehammers also hit that sweet, sweet G-spot the demos love played with, and it hit it more than once. So with that being said, it's definitely a no-go. We do not want that on an AFK design. Great if you're early stage playing this where there's not a whole lot of demos or even any, it would be perfect. I would praise it, but it's great early stage, but we can't afford to have that G-spot finger banged to the point of an eruption. Now, 25 worked a lot better, almost like the zombies hit the sides a little bit less than previously. It was definitely beyond grandma speed. Regardless of the amount of zombies you have, it slowed it down to snail speed. It'll probably take them about 30 in-game minutes to reach the top of the 25. I'm gonna give this modification a C. It has a lot of pros, definitely early game, probably mid-game, but towards that late game, we can't afford to have that demo stopped in front of the sledgehammer more often, with causing that orgasm felt around the world. We're going to be moving on to the electric fences, which was recommended by Jesse. Overall, it worked with his base. It didn't work too well with ours. Once again, we'll start at 15, work our way down to 25. Electric fences are badass. It slows the zombie horde down, and if you keep it right at shoulder height on the jump blocks, it seems to work a lot better than if you keep it at the knee level. But the electric fences aren't that badass whenever you can't repair them. And with the comps being able to destroy them, no access to repair them, and it basically just being a loss of resources, we're going to give it a C. Doesn't change the base at all. It basically goes right back to the original, or at least the block concept. You're just basically throwing away resources. The 20 and the 25, we're going to keep it the same as the 15. There's no real big difference on the comparison on length, other than basically if you are going to do it, keep it shoulder height. We're also going to talk about the pit. I'm going to give that a D. overall. The structural integrity of this base is what makes this base survive, or at least you survive. So with that being said, if you aren't able to keep it even at the max, where you're going to have only a portion of the base hold, and anything from a Coke bottle being thrown at it or some spit and have it collapsing on the side, we don't want it. I would recommend to stay away from the pit. All right, next we're going to go over the original 15, and then we're going to talk about the SledgeHammer 20, and then we're going to talk about the electric fence 25. All right, guys. Now, the 15 is good, but the longer the night moves on, the more congested it gets on the ramp. Multiple zombies are getting stuck 3/4 of the way up on the ramp, and some are trying to go down, and others are trying to go up. I'm assuming the aggro is a little bit messed up because there's so many zombies. 20, with the sledge, it was good. 20, very good, but also very congested. The sledgehammer will take care of majority of the zombies, but you're still gonna have a few, if not some, stuck on each other. 25 with the electric fences, not really a game changer, even a little bit. The length of this ramp would probably be the best for this design. No stairs are needed on the sides of the 25. We already shown that. The zombies have a lot more space, but at the same time, it seems like they're getting aggroed on each other, or at least stuck on each other, right towards the top of the ramp. They also get aggroed on the rear of the base a little bit more. Nothing that I would be concerned about. Now, regardless, because there's 64 zombies, and it's easier for them to move more freely on the ramp, opposed to us doing 16 or 32, I'm gonna give the original a B+. And overall, I'm gonna give you guys my favorite modification and favorite length. This is just me, but overall, what I would probably do on a normal game, if I was playing, is probably a 20 by 20. It's right in the sweet middle. Do a little bit more to the station without being worried going past 3 or adding anything else to the structure. That's my biggest reason of why I would move it down to 20. Now, my favorite modification would probably end up being the jump blocks a lot. It slowed down the zombies, but I would recommend if you do the jump blocks, probably keep it down to a low amount. 15 would probably be the best. So this is basically where I am going to ask for your guys' help. In the comment section below, go ahead and put your favorite design, your favorite modification, what you would do differently, what worked out for you, anything below to help me out, or maybe even show up in my next video. If you guys are enjoying the video, go ahead and beat your face on that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and check out my other content. And if you're enjoying it, why don't you go ahead and beat your face on that sub button. If you already did both, go ahead and join our Discord. Our community and server is waiting for you. Other than that, guys, this is where I'll take a little bit of R&R so we can charge into another one. This is Desticles, signing off.
Oh, Desticles, let's charge down! Come charge down! Don't you wanna charge down? Charge down, Desticles, let's charge down! Charge down the valley of decay!